Hello, everybody. Welcome to Popcorn Planet. I am Andy Signor. Man, there's nothing I like more than Sony Disney Spider-Man drama. Now, I might be speculating here, to be honest, but this news story hit today, and it made me think something, and I want to share some pieces of this to see, am I crazy, or do I have a point, potentially? The news today is that Hawkeye is casting its Kate Bishop in Hailee Steinfeld. Now, I'm a big fan of Hailee Steinfeld. I remember her since True Grit, but I think she was actually great in Bumblebee. I liked her even in Pitch Perfect. She's done a lot of roles. I liked her as Gwen Stacy's Spider-Gwen in the multiverse, Spider-Verse rather. But now the rumors are that Marvel wants to bring her in the family and give her a big role of playing Kate Bishop in the Hawkeye series on Disney+. This series would obviously bring back Jeremy Renner. And if those of you who know the story of Kate Bishop, who knows how Marvel will do it on Disney+, but she's trained by Hawkeye, and then when Hawkeye dies, she's the one who takes the mantle and gets his gear and tries to join the Young Avengers. I don't know if that's going to all make sense, but regardless, she's a big part of the MCU. She becomes a later part in the comics, MCU rather. So this is a big character. So, and as the Variety exclusive reports, this is likely a long-term investment for Steinfeld to join this part, because I can't imagine they're going to bring on someone like her to do the series and then not potentially have her join Young Avengers or whatever the next version is that's going to happen. So this is interesting to me. No comments from anybody. But you got to remember, she's already done it. She's doing an Apple Plus show called Dickinson. True Grit's the one thing we know. She was amazing in The Edge of 17, probably one of my favorites of hers, and one of the best coming-of-age stories of recent time. Bumblebee, again, I thought she was great. She's a singer as well, but again, this is where the story gets interesting. She played Spider-Gwen in the Spider-Verse. Now, does that mean she could have played live action Spider-Gwen if they decided to go there? Or does she just do the voice and it doesn't matter? She can play both. Or is this a little, sort of side shade that Disney's throwing Sony by grabbing Spider-Gwen and putting her front and foremost in a guaranteed role? Whereas Sony could have swiped her up and tried to put her in a Spider-Gwen. And I think she would have done a good job there too. She's up and coming. She's popular. She's got a following. I think she's a great actress. She's Academy Award nominee, I believe, from True Grit. Correct me if I'm wrong. But anyway, she's legit. Teen actress, but still got serious cred in some of the stuff she's done as well. So no joke here for Marvel to bring her down if they can get her, and good for her to sort of join some big franchise. But I don't know. Part of me, when I read this, I just keep thinking, I think they're trying to take Spider-Gwen so that way, as in the Spider-Divorce, they're getting as many people as they can, because I still want to see this version of Into the Spider-Verse joining in a real world where then Tom Holland shows up and then they have a live action Miles Morales, like played by the cartoon version, but then, whoa, what is this real world version? And then you could have Spider-Gwen zoom in, and granted, you could have anybody played at that point. But I don't know, there's something about locking Hailee up that made me think, Sony's going to be a little bummed now that their potential Spider person could be locked up in negotiations too. Granted, Josh Brolin played Thanos and Cable, so things can exist in multiverses. But let's not remember, this isn't the first time this has happened. The other interesting way this happened was John Watts, the director of Spider-Man, was also in the Spidey divorce. Disney's trying to get him hard. And there are rumors, as I read the Slash Film article, which they did great reporting here, they talk about the deal, how it broke through. That's old news. But they were speculating that Matt Shankman, who's been talked about being a director for the Disney Plus series, might do Hawkeye. But now, it'd be interesting if Watts is then joined onto Hawkeye, because that would be a good show for him, since it's got kids and Jeremy Renner, and I'm sure that Hawkeye series is pretty great by Matt Fraction and I forget the other author, but anyway, there's a good run of Hawkeye that he could lead. In which case, poor Tom Holland. Tom even said, how in this article, Slash Film reminded me that the actor made it clear that he and Watts were a team, talking about how important it was for them to make these movies side by side. No one understands his character in these films better than he does. For me, it's so much easier the second time around because he's here, because we both know what we need to do. We've done it before. In the first film, we were in the same boat because we hadn't done it, so we could stick together. In this film, we're in the same boat. We know how the industry works, so we can stick together, help each other in ways we never knew we could in the first one. Just made the whole process a lot easier because I know going to a scene what John wants, so I don't need to wait for the first 5 takes for him to figure it out. I just know from doing it so often, we made a lot of smoother progress. So where in the first film we'd take 20 takes, now we do 10 because we're on the same page. And as Slash Film also reports here, interesting because, originally Edgar Wright was doing Ant-Man, Paul Rudd signed up for that version, and then Peyton Reed took over and did a fine job, I think. I still would have preferred to see the Edgar Wright version, but it would have been different, I'm sure, and maybe not fallen into the whole Endgame plan that Feige had. And to their credit, I could see why they were so stuck on that. But long story short, back to the main point at hand, this fact that Hailee Steinfeld is now potentially rumored to be in the role for the lead role of Kate Bishop in the Hawkeye series. It's a great lineup. Jeremy Renner and Hailee Steinfeld's no joke. Disney Plus is stepping it up with the casting, with the budgets. This will be interesting, but I don't know. Part of me thinks this is a knock on Sony. What do you guys think? Are they throwing Sony some more shade? Are they trying to will we see them lock up other actors from Spider-Verse or other, people involved in the Sony Spider-Verse to try and come over to the Marvel side so it sort of makes Sony have to lose their talent? I don't know. What do you guys think? Chime up in the comments down below. Hit me up on social media at Andy Signor. I'm curious your thoughts. I might be overthinking this one, but I think there's something there. There's some bad blood between Disney and Sony right now, and this can only make Disney happier. Sorry, we got her. What do you think? Would you have liked Hailee Steinfeld as Spider-Gwen? Tell me all those things down below. Thank you so much for watching. I got another video coming up soon, so stay tuned. Bye.